Nanyuki town, one of Kenya's most valued and famous towns, famous towns, is marking its 100 years since it was established by the colonial government in 1920. Speaking during the celebrations dubbed Nanyuki at 100, Environment Cabinet Secretary Keriako Tobiko said it was unfortunate that the town has lost its glory due to the destruction of the environment that has dealt a big blow to its magnificent rivers.
Nanyuki town, which saw the settlement of British immigrants in 1907 during the early days of colonial era, has marked 100 years. Nanyuki at 100! During the celebration, a handbook that contains the history of the town since its inception by the colonial government in 1920 was also unveiled.
Appreciating, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Now, a century down the line, the town has undergone various developments. However, concerns have been raised over its current status of natural resources. Environment Cabinet Secretary Keriako Tobiko, who was the chief guest during the celebrations, says most of the town's rivers have been depleted, expressing disappointment over neglect by locals.
I do not wish to repeat what has been said about environment, because no one needs to be told why we must protect, conserve our environment. And it is a joint and shared responsibility.
The CS noting that everything possible should be done to enable the town reclaim its former glory. Nanyuki Governor Ndiritu Muriithi said residents and neighboring communities have been embroiled in water-related conflicts that further affect efforts to conserve the environment and water towers.
Some resource conflicts that you are all aware of, particularly if you examine the area between Laikipia and Baringo. The conflicts that occur there between communities are generally driven by scarcity of resource, particularly water.
The leaders further saying the situation is slowly worsening as there is little or no water in the rivers to sustain those depending on them.
And you will see it this January, this February, the tensions that come because the water that is getting through is not enough.
And more so, the conservation of Nanyuki River. A lot of us who live downstream, and Governor, you know, for the last few years, by January, we don't have water down in Gogodo and its environs.
CS Tobiko, however, says all is not lost, noting that Laikipia County Government has already signed the transition implementation mechanism with the ministry. On Friday, the county unveiled the town's first ever monument in commemoration of the 100 years. The headstone in its pyramid shape has singled Nanyuki from the globe, Kenyan map, Laikipia map, and finally a representation of the famed Nanyuki town. Kamchemenza for Channel 1 News.